Here we're going to be making a simple spoon with a bit of a bend in it, sort of giving it a bit of a shape, I suppose. And it's going to be pretty basic, just going to put a little bit of dots on it. So I'm just going to even out the thickness of the glass at the end. And I'm going to pick up some North Star Cobalt Blue. It's a fairly dark color. Coming up soon I'm going to have a North Star sample pack, so I'm going to have a lot of colors to play with. So right now I'm just going to place dots around on it. I'm putting them down in sort of a planned out pattern, if you will, but not really anything too particular. So after I place the dots, I need to spend just a little bit of time melting the color in. Now, doing clear spoons like this is so much easier than full color pieces because it takes a lot of time to melt down full color. Melting these dots in takes just a minute or two. Whereas full color takes up to 10 or 15, even 20 minutes of constant spinning in this small flame to melt in. In order to do the much larger pieces with much more detail and much more color work, I really need to upgrade my torch to something with a lot more power, with a wider flame, so I can heat up more space and get a lot more heat on the glass at a time. So now I'm just puffing out the end a little bit here. This is where I'm going to be pushing down a bowl for this particular spoon. So now I'm going to attach a punty to the end and begin heating up and stretching out the piece here. I'm going to be warming up about a 2 to 3 inch section of the tube before I start to make my pull. That will create a nice even glass thickness for the shape and size that I'm pulling it to. So it's just outside of frame, I apologize for that, but you'll see in frame it has a bit of a nice curve to it. And when you're holding this piece, it feels rather nice in your hand, and the shape works out relatively well. It's half Sherlock, I suppose. So now I'm just going to be warming up a small section of the piece here and blowing out a small hole. And then I'm going to be heating up the area around this hole and pushing down a bowl, which creates the spoon shape for this piece of art. I like to just touch the opening there with the graphite reamer just to cool it down a little bit more so it stops it from closing down. At least I think it does, at least. Once again, just a reminder, I am a complete beginner at doing this, so don't think that this is an instructional video on how to do this. There's many more better videos on how to do this. This is all about my experience and learning about how to do this. And as you can see, I've gotten quite a bit better at doing this. So now with some stainless steel grabbers, I'm going to hold the piece, and then I'm going to break off the other section. I'm going to use the other section there to make a bowl for some oils. So once I break off the end by melting it off there, I'm going to use another piece of rod to open up the hole on this end. You can see the band-aid on my hand there. That's from a burn I suffered a few weeks ago, or a week ago or something. It is a dangerous hobby, but that's okay. My desk is getting a little bit dirty again. I keep trying to keep it clean, but, well, I'm a messy motherfucker. So I've got the hole open there, and I'm just going to clean it up and make it a nice uniform diameter and circle to it with the octagonal reamer that I twist in there. And very slowly, because I was running out of video, you're going to see the piece in completion. So there you go, guys. Have a good night, and of course, happy melting.